Hey everyone, welcome back to Immediate Movie Reactions. I am here after playing the game Marvel Rivals. This is another video game, as you have seen from the title. And I don't do a whole lot of content on video games, I'm primarily movies. I know that there are, at count now, what, 17.4 billion Marvel Rivals videos, so I do appreciate it that you have stopped by. And these are my thoughts as someone who is very casual and really not good at these sort of games. I don't do super well with them because my competitive level is up here, but my skill level is way down here. So I get frustrated and I end up quitting. I have not played Overwatch. I know that's the biggest comparison. This is a 6v6 hero shooter, even though I think Overwatch is now 5v5. I own both of them. I've never played them. I have a history of, I guess, backing the losers because I did play Battleborn, I did play Gigantic, and they didn't quite hit with me. And so, why did I go to Rivals? Well, because I do enjoy this sort of game. I like the competition. I have played an embarrassing amount of the game Smite, which I know is a MOBA. I know it's very different. However, there's a lot of similarities in that you pick your hero, and even if in that game you're laning, it's still the same sort of third person action and that sort of thing. And I mean, I own the Saturn and I own the Dreamcast, right? So I'm on the ground floor of a game that I don't see any possibility of this failing. I'm not going to go into a full review or break down of all the characters and the Guardians and the brawlers and tacticians and all that sort of thing. I'm going to tell you how I feel as a lifelong Marvel fan and someone who isn't necessarily great at these sort of games. I felt right at home. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. One of the things that I've said about superhero movies, important to me, is that the character, the hero, right, in that movie is doing things that only that hero can do. Spider-Man, being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and Iron Man flying across the planet to take out terrorists and all this sort of thing. Captain America, language. That is the sort of thing that I really enjoy, and that's what they do so well in this. Is they have the personalities and they have the abilities, and playing each of the characters. It's Psylocke disappearing, or it's Iron Man flying up in the sky and just bombarding people, or Rocket Raccoon. And I think all that stuff is absolutely fantastic. I would say that there is a little bit of jank here. The game is not 100%. It's not a 10 out of 10. I don't think we might get there. There are a lot of indoor environments. So when things like Spider-Man swinging, I don't think it works super well. I love the idea that Spider-Man can climb on walls, but again, not super useful. I think a character like Black Panther, where it's cool that he can parkour up the wall and then use a dive to get to Iron Man in the sky and that sort of thing is fine. However, you have to really use your team. And what I found is that I really wanted to practice and I wanted to get good at this. And I played a lot of games versus the AI, and it didn't really hit with me, right? My team was scattered. Things weren't really working out. I was actually getting my ass kicked and I was getting a little bit frustrated. So last night, I finally moved over to not playing ranked, I am playing casuals. I moved over to playing against people. And I think that made a huge difference. I do think that there's some weird stuff going on with the matchmaking. So I was in a game with, the five other people, and we won pretty handily. We all queued up for the next game. We get into the next game, but when we come to the next game, it's already started. And it's the capture domination, I think, and whatever it's called, where you have to capture a location, um, 2 out of 3 times. And we came in and had already lost the first match. Well, we hadn't even played that first damn match. So what is going on here? Luckily, we had it figured out. We're doing well as a team because I think one of the things that are important is I've tried so many of the heroes, and many of them weren't quite clicking for me. I know there's a lot of comparisons to Overwatch and all that sort of thing, and but I just don't know them. So I'm taking them all individually. I felt like some of the heroes were definitely better than the other heroes. But what I like about it is that a lot of times when you have a hero, like say a storm, right, that can just do this crazy tornado and kill 10, not 10, but kill an entire team at once, right? A lot of times in these games they want to scale that back. They want to nerf it and they don't want characters to become overpowered. But in this, it's like screw it. We're superheroes. Let's do some crazy stuff. And they allow the characters to do those crazy things. But at that same time, I think that it does start to fall apart because, like I said, I played a lot of Spider-Man. I played a lot of Star-Lord. I played a lot of some other characters that didn't quite fit. And this may be 100% admit this is probably my skill level. But then I play a character like Black Panther, and I'm just easily taking people out. Dive, kick, dive, jump, dive, boom, got it. I do find some of the controls on Xbox are a little bit strange. They haven't quite gelled with me. Like I said, when I played Smite, if I play Tyr, my man Tyr, I know how to do his Fearless. I have played that game for thousands of hours. So in my head, I've got that rotation of I know I press, A and then B and then Y and then X and whatever. And I'll probably get there because what happens is once you settle on a character, because I tried so many of them. Um, I settled on Black Panther and I settled on Captain America. And Captain America, I think that the stars that they give people for how difficult they are seem a bit crazy because Captain America felt like the easiest possible character in the world. Throw up the shield, dodge towards them, jump in the air, come down, slam. And it was so much fun. I love playing it. That is exactly my play style. The team around me was fantastic. But I think sometimes the weightiness, the actual feel of the head, and this is important. This is why games like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or Tekken are successful because you can feel each of those hits. You can feel the combat. You actually can tell, kind of what's going on. There's a lot of this where maybe that's a little bit harder to follow. And particularly, I was playing Rocket. And this was toward the end of the night because I had switched over to play, to play against people and I'm playing Rocket, and every once in a while I see that little yellow pop up that I got to kill. And I'm feeling, okay, that's cool, but like, Rocket's not very good, right? I'm throwing out these grenades and I'm resurrecting people, I think. I don't really know what's going on because I'm just standing back here with my Gatling gun and I'm blasting the hell out of people. But I didn't feel super effective. Then I get to the end of the match and I'm 23-4 or something like that, some crazy number. I want to know each time when I get that kill, I want that boom, pop up, pop up, pop up. Give me that dopamine hit. Other than that, I think that this game is absolutely fantastic. I think whether you are, a diehard competitive shooter fan or whatever, hero shooter fan, or if you're like me and you just want to put a few hours into it. But here's the thing, like I started and I didn't want to stop, right? I wanted to play another game and I wanted to play another game. And it does a really good job of you finish and it's like X, go again, X, go again, at least on the Xbox. I don't know what the keys are on, PlayStation or whatever. The other thing that I would like to say though is the battle pass. First of all, it's a fantastic value, right? I got it immediately. I think this is technically season 0, so maybe season 1 will be more expensive. I don't know, but it was like I think $5, which if you play on Xbox, you should be earning enough Microsoft points that you won't ever have to pay for that. I mean, I can get $5 to $10 of a gift card on Xbox for free pretty much every month. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the match, you get points towards the season pass, I believe only by completing missions, which kind of sucks. And that's where I ended up staying way later than I needed to because, there's stupid things like using 2 sprays or winning X matches on Y map or whatever. And I will say that sometimes the maps, there needs to be some more maps. That's going to come, just like there's going to be more heroes, but there needs to be a little more variety in the actual gameplay. So often, really, you zone into the match, and then you rush forward and everybody coagulates around the central location, either the payload that needs to be delivered or the zone that needs to be defended or whatever it is, and you just all fight there. And then maybe you change your hero partly, in between the match or whatever after you've died because whoever's not working out for you, or you need to you've got a Magneto that's killing everybody, so you need to be able to get up there and Black Widow him or whatever. So I do like that, but again, it feels like it just devolves into this mass melee, this chaos at the center of the map, and there isn't enough variety there. But that being said, I think that this is one of the best games that I played in a while. It's so much fun. I love it. I never at any point felt like I was, completely overwhelmed. I never felt like it was unfair. And Yeah, that's it. I highly recommend it. So if you have played it and if you're like me, maybe you're not good at these things, maybe you weren't sure, then give it a shot. And please let me know what you think below. I appreciate you all. And oh, I forgot, please like, share, subscribe if you've gotten that far. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all after the next round. Appreciate you.